We often pray for success, but what if God's answer was failure? First of all, I want to congratulate everyone who courageously showed up during the board exam. Because you could have retreated, or you could have made another excuse not to go to day one, or you could have gone to day one but not anymore on the succeeding days. But if you've checked the board exam results, it means you made it to the last day of exam. Because sometimes the purest kind of courage is just showing up, unprepared, unsure, yet still believing there is a purpose in trying. Lesson number 1. It took years because it's something big to conquer. For those who graduated years ago and just finally decided to take the board exam, or those who didn't make it in the past yet found courage to try again this year, I have so much respect for you. It took years because it's something big to conquer. When I decided to face the board exam after 5 years, it was so hard to open the books again, to relearn, and to accept that I was a beginner again. I kept on thinking, why didn't I just take it earlier? I had all the excuses. I might fail, I might disappoint people, I already have a job. But deep inside, I knew the delay wasn't really because I was lazy. It was because I was scared. It took years because it's something big to conquer. Not just the exam, but the version of ourselves that kept running away from it. Lesson number 2. You wanted to pass, but He wanted to transform you first. You could have the best and most detailed study plan, all laid out towards success. I know we all prayed not to fail. We prayed over every questionnaire. We prayed until the results came out. And yet, some of us still failed. Maybe because our purpose this season isn't to pass, but to transform. During my self-review, I had the perfect plan. Everything was organized and all the existing adulting problems were under control. But near the last few months, my life problems piled up. And all of them were urgent, heavy, and distracting. I've always been patient and persevering, but at that moment I realized God wasn't testing my strength anymore. He was teaching me surrender. I prayed and cried all out to Him. Lord, with all my abilities, I give up. I can't figure everything out on my own. And when I surrendered the control, that's when I knew who is really in control. I believe you also have a purpose in the season of failure, as it is not a punishment, but a preparation for what you are about to receive. Lesson number 3. The process matters as much as the result. We often overlook the process when watching someone else's journey. Even for myself, I would ask, what then? Did he or she made it or not? We skip to the results and lose interest if success doesn't follow. But like planting something, before it bears fruit or withers, there's learning. Finding the right sunlight, understanding the kind of soil that helps it grow, knowing how much water it needs and how to consistently care for it. Whether it blooms or not, it doesn't erase what you've learned and experienced. During my self-review, I may have failed, but it doesn't erase the fact that I was able to thoroughly study the topics that once intimidated me and comfortably face them during the board exam. To me, I consider it as my small win. You too, even if the results don't go as planned, every effort, every sleepless night, every page you conquer, be proud of that because the process is what truly shaped us. It is where real growth happens, and no one's ever going to take that away from you, not even the results. At this point, you might be asking, what's next? For now, feel what you have to feel. The disappointment, guilt, comparison, anxiety, or even the feeling of being lost. Find someone you can open up to. Talk to your loved ones, because you are not meant to face those inner voices alone, especially in this moment. We're human after all. Once you feel better, you can start thinking about your next possible step. Some of us are called to try again, to pause, find work for the meantime, or finally moved on. But whatever your next step is, make sure it is not fueled by fear or another set of excuses. Because when your next step isn't driven by fear or excuses, it is guided by peace, and peace always leads you where you're meant to be.